Hey, so I'm doing a video. Uh, I'm not telling anyone about it. And the purpose for this video is to log, record, vlog, document, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, my thoughts, my story. Because some things have happened. Things are happening today that, could change the future for me, I guess, in my situation. So the question I have, like, the title for this would be, I guess, do I have cancer again? Pretty heavy question. And if you're watching this for the first time, I guess I'll just introduce myself. Number one, I'm not doing this video for anyone right now, just me, as a form of, I guess, digital uh, therapy, I guess. So this is just for me, and I'm gonna keep it. Maybe put it on my YouTube page that I never use. No one even knows about it. And if family or friends ever come across it, then they'll know my thoughts and what's up with me today. So my name is Joe. Not so average, I guess. I'm a family man, professional operator of a business in the restaurant industry. Wear many hats in that regard. Mainly general manager. Uh, been doing it for a long time, 25 years, I guess. Um, I like to create things, I like to build things. I'm a part-time woodworker. This is my little shop here. Maybe one day I'll do a video on that. I had been planning on doing videos for woodworking, just to be creative, I guess, uh, and see what I can make of it. But it's just a hobby right now, and I'm learning. This is my shop. I have an artist background growing up. I've always been pretty fit, athletic. Tried to be healthy, and then last year I got cancer. So it would have been March of 22 that was diagnosed. Throat cancer. Uh, Pretty serious, stage 4. They were, talking about taking out my whole voice box, everything, because it was pretty bad. Thankfully, we didn't have to go through that, and I'll explain all that and what's led me to today. Um, but yeah, that's who I am. I've been a success in some things and failure in others. So not so average, not perfect in any means, by any means. Um, so 12 months ago, diagnosed with cancer, stage 4 throat. Was in the hospital. Doctors were very concerned, very aggressive with wanting to do treatment. Surgery was on the table, but we put it in the back seat and we went with radiation and chemo to get rid of it. So a few grueling months later, um, I was eventually cleared of the cancer. It took a long time and very agonizing. Dropped a lot of weight, lost some hair, uh, had some major side effects, which I'll talk about in a sec. Um, but the radiation was the highest amount of radiation they could give a person. The chemo was the strongest chemo they could give a person. It was very, very strong and aggressive treatment. To put it in better terms, I have been given a lifetime's amount of radiation in my treatment, to the point of I can't get radiation again, at least for another 10 years if cancer ever reoccurs. Chemo, too. So, if cancer ever did reoccur, surgery would be the only option, which is a good option, One of my doctors recently told me a chance to cut is a chance to cure. With surgeons, if they can get it, they get it. They get it out, and you're good. that is not without some collateral damage, of course, depending on the situation. Yeah. Once they go in, you're changed for life. It's permanent changes. So recently, after months of being in remission, been having some lingering issues on my neck on this side, swelling, pain, soreness, and then a lump appeared in my neck. Something I could actually feel. You probably wouldn't be able to, well, you can actually catch it on camera, right there where my thumb is. But cause for concern, went to my ENT. They looked at it. They said, well, let's get a CAT scan. Get a CAT scan. CAT scan was informative, but not definitive. It showed suspicion of reoccurrence. So next step is what's happening today. I'm going in for a biopsy. They're going to put some needles in my neck. I have a total of 4 oversized lymph nodes that are suspect. They're going to get some material, send it to the lab, get some tests done, and we'll see what it says. Could be nothing at all. So let's pray for that. If it is something, then, like I said, surgery is going to be the only option for this. And if it is that, and we catch this early enough, it should be pretty straightforward. So I guess what's been lingering on my mind for the past couple of days since finding all this out is that fear of, I've always had a fear of the cancer spreading to something else, right? And this would be the avenue in which it does. The tumor that I had was on the inside of my throat. There was a chance I was going to lose my voice box. Thankfully, they were able to avoid that. It was very aggressive cancer. It started from its inception of, when I felt something was wrong, like a sore throat. 6 weeks later, I'm in the ER. And doctors are like rushing me to try and get surgery. Thankfully, after talking to a couple doctors, get a second opinion always. If you're ever in a situation like this, always get a second opinion. Don't always say yes right away to what a doctor wants to do, especially when it comes to surgery, okay? In life-threatening situations, that's different, but I had a little bit of time. So there were some things I had to do then. Spoke to doctors. We were able to do a non-surgical option. And in this case, those other options, any alternatives are not going to be in the cards. So it's very important that we do this very early, identify it early. And for me, my problem has always been like, if I don't have control over a situation, I get stressed, get anxiety. If I can't define the problem, I can't solve the problem, and I'm very much a problem solver. So this is freaking me out. They say that after the lymph nodes, the next place that any cancer would kind of travel to would be the lungs. That we need to avoid. Once it's in the lungs, you're in deep, deep water. So we're gonna pray for that to not happen. And yes, something about me, I pray. I am Catholic, educated, and Christian in practice, if that makes sense to anyone. I'm not overt about it, but I'm very mindful in myself of God and what that connection is with me. So that's where we're at today. And like I said, this video is not for anybody else but for me. And I'm probably going to do more videos, especially depending on how things go. If things turn for worse, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff because I'm not a very good communicator to people with my own thoughts and emotions. I kind of hold things in. Maybe this is the only way I can let it out. And I'm open to certain people in my life watching this so that they can see and hear and listen. Maybe I have some things that I want to pass on, teach, particularly to my family, my kids, their kids. You never know. Not a grandfather yet, but I'm sure one day one of my boys will be, if not all of them, will be amazing fathers. So I had an amazing father. And we didn't really bond or communicate like maybe I would have liked to, but it was just our nature, I guess. We've been separate in distance for each other for a long period of my adult life, ever since college. And I think we both are kind of workaholics too, so we never really had a lot of free time. I certainly don't. I don't have any friends. You know, I work and I have family. I have family and then I work. You know, I prioritize one to provide for the other. And it doesn't mean that I put my family above work. It means work is my means to lifting up my family. Like I said, I have successes and failures, and I haven't always been such a success. But also I'm not a failure, so. I think maybe I'll just leave it at that for right now. I'm going to go to this appointment. They're going to take some stuff out. It's going to go to a lab. I'm going to speak to the surgeon. The surgeon, by the way, is top of the line. My other radiology oncologist, Dr. Moeller, awesome guy, I love him. Did some research for me. This surgeon, Harvard trained, Johns Hopkins University, residency at Harvard, very skilled in exactly what I need to have happen. And Dr. Muller said, if you were my brother, I would be more than comfortable sending you to this surgeon. I'll take that. Yeah. So we'll see what happens today. And I'll post another video after it's done. All right. Whoever's watching this at any point, someday. Love you.